in this lesson we're going to add another piece to our toolkit. Smudging is all about smudging. So I just wanted to explain a little about smudging in case you don't know what it is, you've never heard of it or never seen it. Smudging is a beautiful, beautiful ancient ritual that is used to cleanse, and it cleanses with the smoke. People would use smudging as a form of protection against any negativity and also psychic attacks. It's a beautiful form of using the smoke to clear, and it clears your body, your spirit, your mind. It is a really, really fast way to clear any negativity in the home. And I think it's really important to clear your space without harming other beings. And by harming, I mean, like we were talking about the last video where you're learning a lesson. But with the smudging, the fragrance helps with the clearing away in a more loving and a more passive way. I'm not a big fan of clearing a house with salt. I think salt is really, really harsh, and it can be used in different ways. I tend to dilute it with water, but I never just sprinkle. You'll find some people will use protection, and you may have already heard of this. They use salt in corners of the houses or over their shoulders and things like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I think it's a bit harsh in terms of respecting the spirits who are here to help us with lessons. So let's leave the salt behind because we're doing smudging. I wanted to share how smudging makes me feel first. I smudge every day. I smudge in the morning, and then when I do a lot of tarot readings or psychic protections and clearings for clients, I also smudge during and afterwards as well. So smudging is a big part of the way that I use to cleanse myself, protect myself, feel grounded, and definitely make me feel more invigorated. So smudging can make you feel really, really energetic. So if you're the sort of person who tends to feel really heavy and down, please, please, please try smudging. At least try it for 7 days, consecutive days. So let's get started on how to learn how to smudge. So you need a smudging stick here. So if you don't already have one, then you can buy these. You can buy them from any sort of holistic stores or spiritual stores or theosophical societies or anything like that near you. You will be able to find them. There are different types with different herbs. So basically they're just dried herbs, and we light them and then we clear with the smoke of that. So I'm just going to show you how I smudge myself. So here's my candle. And I use this bowl. It's a shell that I use. And this one is one that I make because I like making them, and you can use your own herbs and things that you've got at home to make them. This one is rosemary, lavender, sage, and bay leaf. Rosemary, lavender, yeah, sage and bay leaf. So this is a lovely one that I use to clear the house, the rooms, cleanse. I use it also before I meditate, to clear my body, speech and mind. So it's a good all-rounder one. So what you do is you grab the smudge stick over a flame. Oh, a little bit of sage fell in there, in the candle. That's interesting. And when it gets a nice good flame, I just turn it out. Some people put their breath on it, but I don't. I find that this is I make these in a sacred way. I do blessings. So I've just been taught not to blow on directly onto the flame, or even a candle. I snuff it out. So with this, if it gets a flame like it did before, I just wave it around to smudge it out. Now, you can use a feather for fanning, and I do have one, but I've forgotten to bring it. So I'm just going to use my hand, and that's probably better because that's probably what you have right now. If you don't have a feather for fanning, you can just use your hands. So I usually will stand up, but I don't know if I'm going to fit in the frame, so I'm just going to stay sitting down, and I just smudge it, waft the smoke over my head. talk a lot, so I do it in my throat chakra to clear and so that my language is and speech is clear. Now it may start to go out. You can tell that I've gone quieter, yeah? So smudging really calms me as well. I'll just light it again. And there's no right or wrong way of smudging. Just don't set off your smoke alarms. Have an open window or a door. I just smudge all over my body. I don't like to do under my arms because we don't really do that. We don't really lift our arms much, and sometimes if you can trap energies. I'm just going to stand up so you can see my midsection, and then I do it around my back. It's really important for let it sit behind your back. If you have a mirror, you can look in the mirror and you can just let the smoke waft behind you. It's very meditative. And let it turn. I do it a couple of times around you, midsection, down your body. And you can also do it by the soles of your feet. And you can do that a few times. At the end, you can inhale some of the smoke. It's just gone out a little bit. Just relight it a bit. Inhale a bit of the smoke so you clear out your insides as well. And take a deep breath, a few deep breaths out. So it's really clearing. I actually feel a lot clearer now. I feel lighter. I've gone quieter, more grounded. So smudging is a beautiful, beautiful form of protection. I don't have favourites. All the protections that I'm going to show you from this video on is things that I do every day. So some of them I do at particular times, say if I'm out or I'm feeling something negative, and others I just do on a daily ritual morning basis. So smudging is one of the first things I do after I wake up. So you have your sheets to download for the different types of herbs that you can get, the different combinations, and the information is here in this lesson. It's just probably a fact sheet that you'll be getting today to download, and I hope that you enjoy the smudging and really give it a go. Really give it a go for a good week and make sure you're getting it near your back. The bowl is really good to use so that way you don't have any little bits of burning around you or on your shoulders or in your hair if you've got long hair. So make sure you have something, even a plate, just to start with. So I hope you enjoy your smudging, and leave me some comments below about any questions you have about smudging or the different types of herbs that you're using, and how you're feeling. I'd love to hear your comments. Alright, I'll see you in the next lesson.